Yo, what is SpeedGaming? Hi, hope you're all excited. I know I am. For another matchup here at SpeedGaming 4. We have Nito on the left, and we have Loptr on the right. And today's match mode is Varia and movement items. So that one is definitely, it could boil down to who's good at Suitless Meridia strats. But if I'm not wrong, I think the items for and I'll try to highlight them on the tracker as well. I think they're pretty much all the items necessary for Suitless Meridia, since you're given Varia. So essentially, you have ice, you have a spring ball, you have high jump, and then what else would grapple? But they already have that, of course. I'm like trying to remember right off the bat. Anyway, can y'all hit pause for me real quick and just check what items y'all have? No, everything else is the same though. It's just a regular map rando. You just given items to just kind of speed up the process. Although sometimes it's not that much speedy. You would think because you're given all these items that that you might be able to like complete these seeds quicker. Oh, okay, so Nito's taking the reset. Essentially Loptr might end up doing the same thing too. Yes. Now, as far as how logic goes, they're all still like forward fill. The only thing is that might kinda heck me up, or heck up any runner, I guess I should say, is me specifically, just because I'm curious if the logic here will push the early game to make you go for the Suitless Meridia strats, the heated rooms, you know, anything that will get use out of your out of the items that you're supposed to use or that you're given early. Does this morph? God, these set of rooms, especially this one that Loptr's in, and well, Nito's just entered, is the actual worst. I mean, I guess it's made easier with the fact that you have grapple, which one-shots them. But if you're not used to the movement, I don't know, it's such a nuisance. And then on top of that, you have a mastery in spring balling. Shout out to Nito for utilizing that. So having that room, the Thread the Needle room, and then Rising Tide is bad. I think Nito wants to go down there because Morph does open the little hole to go to the right. Yeah, so this is gonna be a bus. Nito could also go down here, down the wreck ship's shaft. But yeah, so this is what I was thinking was put into logic after picking up Morph. Gonna use a super, that's fine, you can farm them up. Oh, well, you know what? That doesn't hurt too bad, especially because you can save scum this save and effectively just try to check out what's at the bottom of the wreck ship. Shaft here. Let's see if Loptr opts to go down there instead. Logically, it kind of really doesn't make sense. Especially when the knowledge is knowing that you have that that opening. And it looks like Loptr's just gonna be skipping that entire sequence of rooms, which puts him just a little bit behind Nito. And I say behind mainly because this is the route that they both opted to take. We don't know if any of them are really actually ahead or behind because we don't know what the direction is, but it seems to be that this also is the right way because you're getting utility out of your high jump, your spring ball, your ice, anything that that the start of this mode gives you. So all this makes sense. Oh yeah, you have to go up here. You go up here, no matter what. Let's get those shots in. Nito, of course, knows the amount of shots. That's optimal map bandoing. Once he gets up here, he's gonna be able to get the map. Loptr's gonna take just a little bit more time. Oh look, there's Main Street, so it's possible that they have to go up this room too. And it looks like they can get all these items, which is pretty based. So we're gonna see Nito. Everything's been linear so far. Nito's gonna go ahead and get up to this middle room over here because he's gonna want access over to the major items. I think you get the item that's at the very top first, and then you go down the sand pit over here because there's another item there that you can uwu for. I'm pretty sure that's the uwu item. By the way, uwus are what I call the underwater wall jumps. They're uwus. So he can uwu, like many a good SpeedGaming chatters do. They can uwu their way over. I don't know if Loptr is gonna try to go for that, but this seems like... Well, actually, you don't even have to uwu. One time, they have a spring ball. Oh, what a waste of time. Yikes. Nah, this is basic. But yeah, that should be... Spacer helps with a lot of the Super Radio rooms. Just because less damage, or excuse me, more damage that you do, less amount of shots that you have to do is what I meant to say. And the wetter hitbox. Oh no, I said the word hitbox. It's over. It's over. I'm actually hitbox pilled. I'm sorry. It's a reserve tank. Speaking of pills, we got a reserve tank here. Go right into the spring ball for charge. So yeah, so this is something that we're also going to see Loptr pick up. It seems like the execution, it does favor Nito. However, Loptr is also making the correct choices. And again, I want to point out that so far this hasn't really been... Oh, that was really quick. Awesome job right there for Nito. More supers definitely helps. Loptr. There should be like a countdown or like some sort of like penalty for... I'm just thinking this because I was watching the Albert matches and I was like, if you spend too much time in the pause menu, I think you should just get penalized for it. It should be like a countdown, like at the Grammys when you take too long, or Grammys or Oscars, you take too long with your speech. It's like, all right, Madge late, let's get it going. I want to see race. I'm joking. these these map randos are taxing. They are tolling. They do require a lot of physical mental work, so honestly take your time. It's not like I'm any faster at these, believe me. Screw attack, more quality of life. So, see, all these items that Nito got are kind of what I thought you're given when you're given movement. You know, you would think that you would get speed booster too, because, well, you know. Because isn't that movement? Okay. I feel like Loptr kind of made up a little bit of time. But from here, let's assess, right? You go back to Norfair. No power bombs yet, so those are still at large. However, with screw attack, there's some items that you can. There's some blocks that you can break. The spacer didn't really help much. It's possible that the seed could force a croc fight. But other than that, it was more than likely necessary to come down here. It'd be interesting if it weren't, however, because I'm curious about what this play to go down the wreck ship shaft meant. Now, the only thing that I could really think of is it opens up a gauntlet pathway because of screw attack. What else could there be? This could be Mount Everest. Yes, it is. In standard, predictable map rando fashion, this is Mount Everest. Loptr's on his way out. Following Vadia's suit, that is. And, oh, right here. This is, screw attack does gain access into the in-logic energy refill. Oh my god, he did it. I'm a big fan. Okay, so this, it's kind of tragic, but it's not over yet. There's still other locations. I wonder what Loptr will choose to do, because yeah, at this point, Nito's taking a little bit more of a lead. Loptr could make up some time if they choose to go down the wreck ship shaft and then enter this tube room first, because it would save the time loss from the climb. Let's check this room first, because this room up above is kind of tricky and annoying to get up to. Oh, hold. Wait, in logic sports spawn, hold on. What if we get in logic sports spawn, please? Oh, never mind. We're in another area, and it looks kind of dense, like my head, like my skull. Because that map is buried. We're gonna have to play some archaeology here. Oh, Loptr doesn't know that they're gonna want to go there, but is opting to check this one side first. So you're gonna be met with a dead end. They're gonna think that there's, hope, because the thing. Oh, nothing there. See, and what's annoying is that they don't have bombs. So be on the lookout, because I think a bomb item, a variety item, might be coming up next. Because that gauntlet could potentially be in logic right after that. Alright, Croc here? No. Just the, Oh, this is a very convenient save here for Nito. Loptr will almost be there. I think Loptr is gonna go down in this next door. Oh, this is a good location. This usually means progress. Oh, it's gonna be. This is an interesting room to be in for Loptr because it didn't go down the other door. Wait, that is big. That is big. I mean, potentially it could be like extra huge and big, but oh my goodness. Loptr does have knowledge on how to get to the map. So here's our non-in-logic spore spawn. I think it's big because who knows how deep the backtrack is gonna have to be. Potentially, you know, if both runners find gravity. And this section is required. Okay, but this is actually huge. This is actually huge. Oh no. Will Nito get bailed out? Because from what we've... Oh no. For everything that Nito's been doing, it's possible that this is all the correct play as well. He just needs to get bailed out by any sort of bomb item. However, Loptr already has said bomb item. At least one power bomb item. And that's where Nito is kind of running into all sorts of trub. Because we've seen several rooms now that Nito cannot access simply because the lacking of power bombs. So no missiles. I've kind of gotten used to the fact that maybe missiles is always kind of nice. Just for the DPS in comparison to... okay, do you get built out? Plasma, which could make up a good amount of time because I don't know if Loptr finds this. It's really all gonna be incredible, and the saves kind of have their fate sealed to the routes that they've picked, right? So anyway, back to what I was saying about the bombs. Nito ran into Wasteland, which does require bombs to get through. Nito has also had visuals. Oh, he's another power bomb access door, but I guess it doesn't make sense because right next door is that one Big Pink. We've seen Nito also look into what's it called? Back Gauntlet. Okay. Right, I think you just need to turn around mid I don't know if it's doable either, but I could have sworn that if you just turn around, it's also a likelihood. But for example, that's another room. So you have Back Gauntlet, you have Wasteland, and you have worst room in the game that are all bomb locked / power bomb locked. This is gonna be a wild. Oh my gosh. I think you just freeze that one. Yeah. If they had X-ray, this would be a little bit better and somewhat easier, but these things hit for so hard, and this could pay off huge. Oh my goodness. If Loptr can do it. This is a hold. Oh goodness. Yeah, there's nothing, again, nothing Nito can do about this. Just has to brute force the, It's tricky. It is very tricky. It's sticky and it's tricky. It does require a lot of patience, like a doctor. But something like that could very well satiate the mind. But good attempts nonetheless. Nice. More soups, but it's not the power bombs that Nito was hoping for, which is the only thing that's keeping him from unlocking the rest of the world, the rest of the map. This is a little bit annoying, and that's the worst part about some randomizers, is when you're stuck looking for the one item. Nito did get X-ray though, so the cool thing about that is that could kind of help with the potential ice clip. However, if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe that ice clip is in this logic without gravitas. I don't think so, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not smart enough. Okay, Loptr's going down. Loptr's going down now. Will we see a Freaky Friday situation here, and both runners are just gonna swap locations? Nice first try. Awesome job. He was gonna go back up this direction. Okay, so got visual on this major item. Oh, that is big. That is big. Oh, that is big. Oh, we kind of have an in-logic sports pawn. This is going to be a quick clear. Yeah, because of plasma, and this poops Nito out right in front of the map, essentially. So if Nito so feels it, oh, this is about to be big. This is about to be big. If Nito feels it and deems it worth, which I think so, and being comfortable with the ice clip could pay off huge to you. I'm not joking around. The ice, X-ray, no X-ray. I don't think it's high enough. Okay, X-ray, boom, just like that. And just like that, Nito has more info. But will it serve? Okay, well, we got Mother Brain. And we know that Brainstar, it could be worth knowing. But it's kind of been like that one guy from that one video says he's about to bust. Like that's a bust. That's a bust of a map. Now the only thing that could help Nito out here is at least looking for the X's, the X items, because as we have seen, Nito has done a lot of unnecessary soul searching, and this is what he wanted. 24 minutes in, he probably doesn't feel that good about it, but yeah, now it's a matter of him getting his speed booster soon. Yeah, Loptr's going back up. He goes back to get this map. I think he just does not want to leave it behind. And honestly, I didn't really pay attention to the Brimstone map, so it's also likely that it's just not gonna be in logic. So the ice clip isn't logic? Supers go kind of hard in this seed. Yeah, because right now Loptr's kind of wandering. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, I hope we can save him. Oh, I just want to hug one. No, I don't. I want to hug them when they're... Never mind. I don't even finish that thought. Oh, when they're obliterated, that's my thought. Okay. So, this is interesting because Loptr is just gonna go. This could pay off if Loptr just ends up where Nito chooses to go. No, I wasn't thinking Brimstone. I was thinking Norfair. Anyway, gotta save here. Oh yeah, that's using the good noodle. Remembers that Loptr had access to the tube. And Nito's right behind. Okay, perfect. Let's see what this uncovers. Okay, so we got trade there. Other than that, dog, this isn't good. Oh, that's kind of icky. At least the boss is close, but goodness. Studying. Hitting over levels of studying of map reading. Yeah, this is oh, Ridley's there too. I just realized. Ridley and Dragon. This is actually good for Nito because Nito could hit Ridley with a Nito burrito and just dispatch. He has a okay, don't get me wrong, it's still a scary fight. Having to do that fight with 2 tanks and in a resi sucks. Boy, look at how madman is doing it. Let's go. We're about to see some cinematic fight here. He knows that the save is close enough. It is at this time that he knew he did not mess up. I kind of want to say that the save right before exploding the tube could have been, you know, a nice little area to dip into. But Masterclass Nito is handling it well. Oh, and it wasn't Dragon, excuse me. It was did I say Dragon? I meant Kraidgon, because we're about to see Kraidgon. Awesome, incredible fight right there by Nito. Really scary fight, especially when you don't have the gravy suit. 2 bosses down for both runners. One is Ridley for Nito, and then Kraid for Loptr. You know what? I'm gonna do the weird way. Okay, so let's see. Wait, what? There we go. I'm like trying to multitask. Said Ridley down, Crate down. Nito should have no issue dispatching Crate here. Let's see. I get a short charge here for Loptr. I forgot what the room was to the right. Kind of dented. Oh, nice. Excellent backup. Great job, Nito. 2 bosses down. So after this, yeah, it's gonna be time to backtrack. Now, what is happening here? Oh, I just saw a Torian actually. I didn't see the Torian, but thank goodness that I caught it again. I'm just gonna spend a little bit more time here. Because it's gonna try to ensure that he has himself the safest Ridley fight. And I honestly would, it's gonna grind to like full soups. Interesting. Okay. I forgot that Nito still doesn't have speed, actually. That could be kind of big. But maybe him dipping back into Norfair is actually going to be based, because this is all something that Loptr already did. And there wasn't much that he could do anyway, but anyway, let's hope for Loptr. Loptr is kind of in a good position right now. This is kind of back and forth. I'm like kind of surprised. Because that pesky Torian hiding where it is, it's a small enough check that I think it's just worth to dip into and get it out of the way. Especially because there's a lot of convenient save points. But we'll see. I mean, Nito could very well cook, as some of the young trendy chefs of this modern age are known to say. He could very well cook a lot. Alright, Nito chose to go back here. And Nito does have visual on Mother Brain. But stellar fight. Great job to better safe than sorry, so shout out to Loptr. Okay, Loptr, what are we doing? Are we heading up? Is this actually the play? Are we doing it? We're going to T. We're going to T. It's tea time. It's time to tee off. Is it small enough? Don't answer the question. Is it close enough? I don't. What is what am I looking at? I don't. I'm trying to. I don't. E-Tank goes hard, but how is it? Oh my god! I mean, I'm pretty sure all of these have to be pretty straightforward, right? What is that Torian. It's like the most vertical Torian I've ever seen. Yeah, maybe those aren't worth it anymore. I thought that that Loptr still had 5 max capacity. Oh, max capacity power bombs, but no, still chilling. Safe to save here for Nito. I think there's like 2 entry points into Torian 2. Okay, so wrong entry. Gonna look at the other entry. That's probably gonna be the one. Alright. Here Nito's choosing to go back down into Wasteland. Got unfinished business. Now, it would help if Nito did have a speed booster here. More power bombs? Not too bad, actually. That kind of does save him a little from having to go out. I guess I'm thinking of vanilla, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Either way. Oof. Okay, careful for the turnarounds. We've seen some world famous tech in this room. So it's a little risky to replicate it, but it'll get you across safely. Nice job, Nito. Down the alley. What room is this? Ooh, yeah. This is gonna be Fantoon. Really good for Nito. Because that's pretty much Nito's gonna have to hope that Dragon's around here, because Loptr's gonna hope for Dragon to be in Torian, and that's gonna be a lot of backtracking for Nito, and it could very well just be as problematic for Loptr to get to this other side. The only issue is that Loptr does have speed. Oh! That's it! He done did it. Okay, so this is not good at all for Loptr. Loptr is effectively chasing the yellow rabbit, and there is nothing to be had here. It's just gonna be... This is just gonna be like the biggest F formation map, which is really tragic for Loptr because this just doesn't feel good. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, this it's gonna be a cool run back, at least. Cool spark up here. Dang, that would've been awesome. So this was a 50-50 play, kinda. I couldn't really see what item would have made it worth it for Loptr, given that Loptr already has speed. It's probably like the best item that you could get. aside from gravity. But it's like the majority of this game is not water rooms, right? So I think you just get more use out of speed. Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth though during this matchup. This is really just not good. Because this, yeah, ultimately just tilts it in favor of Nito. But I mean, listen, Mother Brain still hits hard. Having to do Suitless, Dragon can be annoying. And on top of that, like, just being able to get out of Dragon might cost a bit. Like, it either costs time or energy. And failing the exit is definitely could cost both. Mainly because right now the issue is getting out of Dragon, right? But Nito's really good. Like, Nito can double springboard jump, can definitely grapple jump out of this room with the current health. It's scary, and actually there's no way that Nito's taking a hit. None at all. Another bust. Yeah, Rack Jump was just not it. Oh, I think this is a very sinking feeling for Loptr. Oh wait, hold. Double spring wall jump. The safest. I think he got it. First try. Yep. All those pauses looked optimal. Awesome first try. And yeah, there's a lot that Loptr still kind of had to search for. Like, I'm curious if Nito just elected to not go for Torian, because it makes sense to play risky and it just kind of want to backtrack and get here's what I'm thinking that Nito was thinking, right? As soon as he got those power bombs, Nito just kind of had this like fixation on going back to Wasteland no matter what, going back to those bomb areas that locked him out early. And never strayed away from it. Because it doesn't seem to be of Nito's nature to overlook Torian, right? Because to me, yeah, it looks like Torian is the play to go check. Especially because you get pooped out so close after the great fight. But perhaps there's also something that, maybe there's something more that Nito sees that the average player like me doesn't. So that's remarkable, honestly. Stellar job. Showing why he's in contention to to take it. Because there's a lot of really, really good map random runners. We have Eddie, we have Oats, we have Nito. I think Path is in this too. It's one part that I'm missing. I'm joking. There's several that I'm missing. Oh my gosh. Spiffy's also incredible at all this. Some I'm not naming off because I don't know if they're... Oh, Nevdi, Zeb. Oh my gosh, I'm not... Because I don't know if they joined this thing or not. I was like, oh, this is going to be a cool all-star cast to see everyone, but no one... I don't know who else joined and who hasn't. Because I don't know if... Oh, wait, Andy's in it, right? See, I don't even know Andy's in it. Solski in it? Alright. It's a good setup right there. Nito should be clipping through soon. Nito cannot take any more damage out. He cannot take any damage whatsoever. Okay, maybe he can take some, but still, like, everything just hits so hard. Why would you want to take damage? Oh, well, there we go. Caught up with the tracker. Whew, that took me forever. Yeah, Loptr's barely heading back right now. He was almost done. This is, despite what happened, that play to go back to Meridian, I think it was saved Nito so much time. And the reason for that is because it just did not send Nito to a lot of unnecessary areas. Nito skipped checking out on Torian and Wreck Ship. No, the reason why that's a good thing is because that was like the weirdest Torian ever. It was all like horizontal length. It was gross. And it had like a gross only one entry was right situation, so that also ate up a lot of time for Loptr. It's gonna be a very, very good win for Nito. Given that it could have been incredibly punishing if something were speed locked, right? Either way, to their merit, both runners, you know, Nito had that really cool Ridley fight. It's like Loptr, like playing it risky. Playing it risky and just entering the dragon like that. That didn't really know, man. Nito is almost out. Just a few more rooms. Yeah, what did y'all think? Huh? SpeedGaming, what did you think of that? Huh? How do you like them apples? Huh? Like what? That was cool, right? Nito cooked. Don't you agree? Yeah, don't you? And with this, it is a GG. Almost a sub 50. Good game to Nito. I mean, in first place out of 2, of course. For the Super Metroid a randomizer Rando Season 3 tournament race matchup map Rando. GG. Really good effort as well, Loptr. You did I think you did what a good majority of the populace would have done, right? The rest of the world would have done what you did, or a good chunk of the world would have done what you did. Because it is hard to leave Torian just when you're so close to it, like, and then the fact that that wreck ship is also close by. It's having to backtrack all the way back to Meridia is a power play. That one was worth seeing. Holy guacamole! Hey, wow. Can we get? Oh, I forgot. I also track stuff like that aren't items. Uh, did they get the interview things? I can't remember. I don't understand anything. Oh, they do. Oh my gosh. I think they could just hop on right in. Let's go ahead and get a play-by-play from our contestants. Welcome in, Loptr, GG, and welcome in, Nito, G to the G.
GG's.
GG's. That was a fun little first race.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I had that much fun.
Yeah,
How far did you
I
get?
could see that.
I basically explored every single area because I couldn't get the Norfair map.
Okay. Yeah, I thought about the ice clip to get into there without X-ray, but I figured I might as well just look around a little bit more. And once I found X-ray and Meridia, I went back there to find the map.
Yeah, Meridia is the last area I didn't find. So I went to every other area except Meridia.
Yeah, that's the biggest one that I was like thinking about Nito's decision making after killing Ridley and Kraid. How did that thought process go for you?
So I knew that, like, by the time we got the Norfair map, I saw that Bryn was the top left and Meridia was back down in the bottom left, and I figured I was going to have to revisit Meridia anyways, but I would start with Bryn first since I had the least amount of intel on it. So being able to find 2 bosses in each of those zones actually worked out quite well for then just coming back to Mother Brain and Norfair. But yeah, I guess the initial way of me ending up in Meridia was somewhat by accident with jumping up into the top left door fish tank and seeing that it was Spore Spawn, and then accidentally falling down to the bottom, and I was like, oh, well, now I'm in Meridia, so I guess I'll just start checking this out first. Because I could see that the map was connected to Pants Room, and I didn't want to have to spend a lot of time trying to do that precise ice clip that's like extreme logic, so I was more than willing to just ditch Norfair for a little while and see what Meridia had to offer.
Yeah, I tried the ice clip once or twice, and I got pretty low on HP, so I just gave up on it. And I didn't find Meridia at that point, so I just ended up going back to Brinstar, which I found quite early because it was right at the start at the top left. And yeah, from there, from Brinstar, you find Torian, which has absolutely nothing, and in Torian is an entrance to Wreck Chip, which also has absolutely nothing. So that's where a lot of my time went, and by the time I got back to Norfa, you already finished, so...
Yeah, and the layout for the Torian location was actually like really bad. Like it was close to get to. I guess that's why I was curious. Like, you know, like you just felt the need to go back to Meridia and just skip Torian. You didn't see. You didn't find any like worth.
Yeah, I just I felt like it's just a feeling of like when the map is so hard to get to, I'm betting Fantoon's there. So I just decided to go there, and I was lucky enough that Dre was also down there.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, we saw that from you, Loptr, that when you entered Torian, there's two entrances, and one of them is just nothing.
Yeah.
So you had to go to the other entrance to still have to make it to like this the weirdest Torian layout I've ever seen. Like I'm pretty sure that's the longest Torian I've ever seen, when it's typically not. It's typically one of like the smallest zones, right?
I mean, my gameplay was based on hopes and prayers anyways. I was just really praying that Fantoon was there. Like, it's all... If the map is ultra far away, it's most likely Fantoon anyway, so I was just going for it. But I should have probably taken a safety save in Brinstar after defeating Ridley. Just so I can revert if Fantoon is not there, which ended up being the case. So I lost a lot of time backtracking as well. But even then, like, I needed to find Meridia earlier. Or at all at this point.
Yeah. I think another really important thing to point out is how scary it would have been if Fantoon was the only boss in Meridia. And then Torian had Dragon, or even Wreck Ship having Dragon, because I wonder how that could have played out, especially considering that because you did this seed without Speed Booster, huh, Nito?
Yeah, I did not find Speed Booster.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Loptr found. And even if the bosses were on opposite ends of the map, of the plan, I guess, so to speak, yeah, there was a lot of uncertainties that if something ended up being this, it could have swung the other way. But once we saw that Fantoon and Dragon, and you already had visual on Mother Brain, that kind of just made it easier, for you to just beeline to the bosses and not really have to worry about gravity or speed or anything else at that point. Especially because you had Plasma too. That was also pretty huge.
Yeah,
and I think you said you found X-Ray and Meridia as well?
Yeah, I found X-Ray at the top left of GT.
Because I was looking for mages as well in Torian and Wreck Chip for like a way to get through Panzerm like Space Jump, Gravity, or X-Ray, and obviously nothing. So I guess I played as well as I could. It's just unfortunate map layout.
Yeah, and that was definitely a gamble that I took with going all in on Meridia. It just happened to pay off.
Yeah, I saw the caution tape on bottom left of what was it, Everest, and I knew it must be Fish Tank at that point. It could also be like the Oasis, but I was like thinking it was Fish Tank, and I didn't want to go down there because if it's left side Fish Tank, I most likely softlock. So I went to the right, dropped down, climb, and I also went into the crab hole in Everest and saw that after getting to Panzerm, it was the toilet Yeah, maybe I should have dropped down anyways, because I knew if it was fish tank, it was probably right side fish tank.
Yeah, and even if it is left side fish tank, I think I think it's in logic to spring ball jump up to the frozen fish to escape. So it was like, even if it did end up being that, there should still be some sort of escape.
I mean, if you have a runway for a cross room jump, then it is. Otherwise, you'd need to double spring ball jump.
I think you can single spring ball jump to a frozen fish.
No, you cannot.
You cannot?
In
No.
fish tank?
Yeah, in fish tank.
Yeah, you can single jump.
You can?
Yeah.
Single
Yeah.
spring ball jump to...
Single spring ball jump, yeah, with high jump to the fish. You freeze the fish, and then it's also the reason why it's kind of weird is because the ice physics on a frozen enemy, but if you
it pushes
hold
you up.
against it,
Yeah.
but you can spring ball jump with
Oh.
with just one.
Because double spring ball jump is already tight, so I didn't think that was possible. But I
Yeah,
guess I
yeah,
could have also just double spring ball jumped up back up, so...
If you get the fish on like the downward path of the swing, it drops slow enough for you to be able to like freeze it, and then like Sephi was talking about the ice physics where you get to kind of like slide up the enemy a little bit.
That's good to know.
But yeah, this is gonna be the only match that you both have today. The next one is when, Thursday?
That's it.
Yep.
Okay, so don't miss out on that one. Let's see what Loptr can do to try to equalize the score. But thank you both for putting on a really good race. Honestly, like this, you all were making the right decisions, and it was a bit of a gamble, but there's a lot of arguments to be made for why you made that gamble, and it's incredibly understandable why you chose to go to Meridia. So that's actually awesome. That's cool. It's rough when it's in a race setting like this, but that's the nature of these things, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, if Nito, if you have anything else you want to say.
GG's to Loptr, and I'm looking forward to the next game on Thursday.
Yeah, same. And thanks for commentating, Sephi.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks for also tracking.
To do this. I
Yeah.
tried. I tried. I just want to make sure that y'all had the restream too, so I didn't know we handled on that.
Double duty is no joke. That what you were able to do there in any capacity is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, shout out to you both. Good luck on the next match. And yeah, I think some other speed gaming has Spiffy and Gameaholic, so check them out. And thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see y'all later.